Good morning, everyone, on this Saturday morning. Today, what drives the creative person? Creative and productive people are not creative and productive for the benefit of others. It's because they're driven by the need to be creative and productive. They'd be creative and productive if they each lived on a deserted island and simply had to stack what each produced in a big pile with no one benefiting or even aware of what he was doing. You'll hear people say that we're happiest when we're serving others, and that's true, but it's not true because of any great altruism on our part. It's true because we experience the joy of producing something. That others benefit from it is fine, but only secondary. It's good to know that others benefit from and enjoy what we produce. There's satisfaction in that, ego satisfaction, and the desire to produce more. If everyone continually rejected our creative or productive efforts, we might become sullen and resentful. We might even stop all efforts for a while, but eventually we'd begin to produce again in a hope that eventually someone would see the sense of what we're doing. This is the story of the painters who were before their time. Renoir, who was laughed at and rejected not only by the public, but by his own fellow artists. We look at a painting by Renoir today and marvel that anything so fine and beautiful could ever be an object of scorn. And he painted thousands of paintings. He went right on producing them. When he brought one of his canvases to one of the most eminent Parisian teachers, the expert glanced at the work and said, "You are, I presume, dabbling in paint to amuse yourself." And Renoir replied, "Of course. When it ceases to amuse me, I'll stop painting." Everything he painted delighted him, and he painted everything. Even Manet said to Monet, "Renoir has no talent at all. You, who are his friend, should tell him kindly to give up painting." A group of artists who were rejected by the establishment of their time formed their own association in self-defense. Do you know who were in that group? They were Degas, Pissarro, Monet, Cézanne, and Renoir, 5 of the greatest artists of all time, all doing what they believed in the face of total rejection. Since we're on the subject of Renoir, in his later life he suffered terribly from rheumatism, especially in his hands. He lived in constant pain, and when Matisse visited the aging painter, he saw that every stroke was causing renewed pain, and he asked, "Why do you still have to work? Why continue to torture yourself?" And then Renoir answered, "The pain passes, but the pleasure, the creation of beauty, remains." One day when he was 78 and quite famous and successful finally, he said, "I'm still making progress." And the next day he was dead. This is the mark of the creative, productive person. Still making progress, still learning, still producing, as long as he lives, despite pain or problems of all kinds. Not producing for the joy or satisfaction of others, but because he must, because it gave him pleasure and satisfaction. So we are all creative, and the question is are you producing and are you still being creative despite anything that you might think, others might think? Fear seems to keep us away from doing what it is we love to do. And mainly the fear of judgment of others or the fear of failure. All of those fears is what stops us from being creative. The only thing I would say is, keep creating because you love it. It's in your heart. And ultimately, you never know what can happen in the future. So don't stop being creative in every part of your life, from relationships to, like it's here, to art, to the work you do, to creating things that help people. Just keep creating, and one day something is going to stick, and it's going to be the thing that's going to be your purpose. So never stop creating. You all have the creation deep inside of you. All right, have an amazing Saturday and weekend. We will see you soon. Take care.